Hey, this is Joshua Taylor coming to you from my place here in Boston Bar, British Columbia. Going into town tomorrow morning, I'll be looking for a barber if I can find one. Anyway, this is episode 203. I'd just like to thank all the new subscribers. The last 48 hours, I must have had about, at least a couple dozen or more new subscribers, mostly from Africa. And so they're interested in something, and someone's talking. So I'd just like to say a big hello to all my brothers and sisters in Africa. And today I was thinking about, said, Lord, what about these shed shelters? What would they use them for in Africa? What good would it do them, right? This is apart from, living quarters or a cabin or whatever. Then the Lord tweaked my spirit and he said training camps for uh, the new wave of believers that's going to come in, because there won't be enough uh, space to put everybody. In the places where people can come in, you've got to bring in this new generation of young people, and where they could have a place to sit and be raised up. Listen to Augusto, Perez, Bennett, David Terrell, and for you out there in Africa, check out David Terrell, God's prophet to the world. I sat under his ministry in 1987. He was falsely accused and put in prison for 2 years. And I was there in Austin, Texas at the time of his release. And the Lord gave him the revelation of Jesus Christ in April of 1967. And called him to be an apostle, but also a prophet. But this is a world prophet. When he brings forth a word, it's a global word. You can have prophets for cities, you can have prophets for nations, but the Lord raised him up and gave him the revelation of his Son, Jesus Christ. And this is what's coming. Now God's going to bring forth a new paradigm. He's going to bring forth the man-child of Revelations 12:5. And that speaks about the male child or the man-child. And this is not Jesus, because this was around 90 A.D. that John had this vision, right? It was after Yeshua was already resurrected to the right hand of the Father. And this is what's coming. That God's raising up a man-child people. This is like the head first. Like the head is birth first. This is the sonship company, the called and the chosen, the elect, the 144,000. There's lots of names. So when they come on the scene, God's power in them is going to shake this world, turn this world upside down like it did 2,000 years ago. And so these sons, which are both men and women, will go forth and gather in the bride. And according to Revelations 12, they will feed her, and there'll be places that God will, take the bride out of the places of judgment, and he will secure places, anoint places that will be safe in these end times, and establish these camps, these kingdom camps or Goshen camps. And so God's going to bring forth this move. The man-child is very close to being birthed in the earth as this mighty company, and God's going to send them out as his lights, as his flames of fire. Hey, you guys quit your barking, to do the work that he's called them to do, to bring in his bride, and where the bride will be given the oil. So the man-child company, they're the ones that pour out the golden oil. And there's going to be many places that God's going to establish as these kingdom camps where the oil is going to be poured out. So just a big, Max, no, just stay there for a minute. 5 minutes.
Here, this is for you.
Okay. So I'd just like to give a big shout to all you people out in Africa, all your brothers and sisters. And I think the shed shelters would be, perfect for training camps or as a cabin or a place in the wilderness. anything that you can think of. I think it's a mighty fine idea that the Lord's given me. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in Boston Bar, British Columbia, Canada.